Welcome ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you a Stam DK anti-werewolf build for the Wolfhunter DLC. This is a prototype. I do have a written guide on my website where I showcase both stats with and without champion points. Link in the description. So when we look at this is in the champion points campaign now. We have really nice stats, a lot of resistance, which we need, crit res, and max health is also quite high, simply because werewolves hit really freaking hard and you need to be very tanky. And with this setup it will actually be possible. Also we have a lot of max magicka because we have quite some magicka support abilities that we want to keep using to make our life easier against the werewolves. Race, always Argonian, simply because resourceful. It's a very nice passive. So this build is designed to be very tanky and deal a lot of poison damage. And we also work with a lot of heal debuffs against werewolves. Like always, Shackle Breaker, really solid set. Gives a lot of max magicka and max stamina, which we both need. I have tri-stat enchant on all armor, as you can see, just to get as much magicka, health and stamina as possible. Same with Triune here, Triune trait, to increase our overall resources. Then 4 impen, 3 well fitted, in my opinion the best choice. The second set, Poisonous Serpent. So when you deal damage with light or heavy attack, you have the chance to actually deal poison damage. And again, werewolves take extra poison damage, 25% more, so this is really nice. As long as a poison ability is on them, which is ensured through Venomous Claw or Noxious Breath, for example. And yeah, to reduce cost and the weapon damage. Now, if you have too much sustain, you always can put more weapon damage glyphs here, but I usually optimize builds for battlegrounds. That's why I have two reduced cost glyphs here. The last set is Turbokun. So this applies minor maim and minor defile, so it reduces their damage done, so you take less damage from them, and their healing is also reduced. On top of Revert Bash, which reduces their healing again. So this is really nice. So they have a really hard time healing. And the heal from the werewolves is quite expensive, so they can't just simply spam that stuff. On top of that, I also use double poisons, so you get even more poison ticks, and so on. Weapon damage enchant on the back bar. It's all on my site. This is just a preview. It should give you an idea. Champion points. In the end, this build is designed to be tanky. You can fight against a werewolf up front while dishing out a lot of damage, and you just reduce their healing by so much it actually makes it's really hard for them to actually heal up. So yeah, it's on my site, the CP. And skills, pretty, well, not a pretty basic setup, but Venomous Claw like always, Revert Bash, Silver Leash. Now I chose Silver Leash here as a, so you can pull the werewolves to you in case they try to run away. Obviously, if you want, you can run Puncture, because it's a very cheap ability. Silver Leash costs a little bit more, but you actually have a way to get, to pull the enemy. And it also snares. The snare is very powerful. Fragmented Shield, Vigor, Spell Wall. Now, the Hole of Agony or Hole of Despair from the werewolves can be reflected, so Spell Wall is a really nice ultimate, plus you block for 7 seconds. Without the need to actually having to block. Rally, Reflective Plate. This actually got a small buff this patch. You gain immunity to snares and CC, or immobilization effects for 2 seconds. That's why I run Rally and not Forward Momentum. So this is really nice. And this costs a lot of magicka. That's why we have so much max magicka on this build. And as long as we can keep using this, the enemy, the werewolves, cannot use Hole of Agony against us, which deals a lot of damage because it's reflectable. Executioner to kill them off. Noxious Breath. Now you can use this for a major fracture. You could technically also run Rearming Trap here if you want, but keep in mind, if you run Silver Leash, you will, and you place the trap here, you do not have Major Fracture anymore. Keep that in mind. So it's up to you. But this is nice because it roots the enemies. Volatile Armor, again, deals small damage and gives you Major Ward and Major Resolve. And Corrosive Armor, I do think this is a very nice ultimate for this build because werewolves deal a lot of freaking damage, okay? And with this you get very tanky for 10 seconds. So they can use up all their resources and you barely get the scratch. So that's just a quick showcase of the build. Once Wolfhunter DLC goes live, I will obviously set this up and play around with it and optimize it even more. If you already have some suggestions, recommendations and so on, let me know in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Cheers.